My name is Yves Bonnard. I was born and raised here in Lausanne, Switzerland. From the very beginning, my intention was to set up first a Swiss law firm, but with a true international activity. Most of my initial partners were from all type of different origins. And we really wanted to keep this international practice that we had in larger firms. We wanted to bring it into a smaller size firm with a lot of personal relationship with our clients. We didn't like the size of large firms, but we like the international work. And today we have offices in Shanghai, Hong Kong, Dubai, Luxembourg and Paris. So we are by far not the largest Swiss law firm, and we don't intend to be so, but we are also by far the Swiss law firm with the largest number of foreign offices. From the very beginning we like that. And our first foreign office is actually in Shanghai. In 2007 actually we opened this office.
Like if there's something you found that's most difficult or some difficulties dealing in China with Chinese clients?
Well, the culture barrier is the most difficult, of course. Just to give you an example, the time pressure. We have the feeling here that the decision making is sometimes slow, but when the decision is made, we have the feeling it must go really, really fast, very quickly. We have families coming here and taking up residence in Switzerland, parents and children, usually children in boarding schools, and we have to apply for residence permit for them. We did it in many different cantons, but some cantons are extremely slow. and the Chinese family just cannot get it. Once they've made the decision, they come, they want to reside, they get a visa, and they want to have a residence permit. But it takes forever in some cantons.
How about can you talk about how do you think the legal culture in Switzerland? I mean, from my side, there are 4 languages speaking.
Yes.
I assume there are 4 different legal cultures. Can you do a little bit fun comparison?
Well, yes. Well, yes, officially we have 4 languages. One of them is extremely remote or spoken in a very remote area. But 2/3 of Switzerland roughly speak German, 1/3 French, and then we have a final canton in the south of Switzerland speaking Italian. So basically with French and German you get around pretty everywhere. It's true that for legal advice you can render advice all over Switzerland, but for litigation you rather litigate in your own language, and you hire lawyers which are locals, as the usual joke, a good lawyer is not the one who knows the law, but the one who knows the judge, So it's the same everywhere in the world. And knowing the judging means, of course, and before all, speaking the same language, and having the same culture.
But can I say, like, in the German-speaking part, they are more close to the civil law, but in the French part, they are more close to the French law?
No, we have the same civil code. So contractual rules, commercial rules are exactly the same in both parts of Switzerland, but same also for family law, inheritance law. It's absolutely unified. Procedure law used to be different in each of the 26 cantons, but that was repealed already many years ago, and now we have also a unified procedure, civil procedure and criminal procedure, for example. So the difference is not really about the substance of the law, it's more about, in the litigation, expressing yourself and making your arguments very clear.
And what do you think about Swiss Chinese Law Association? How do you think Swiss Chinese Law Association can contribute for this part?
Well, I think it's a great idea, just to be a bridge over this gap between the two cultures, Well, also, as you well know, a rep office like we have in China, even though we have a license to practice, we cannot render Chinese legal advice. So we need to work with Chinese colleagues anyhow, with local law firms. And that's what we've done over the years, of course, all the time. Because when you have a foreign company coming to China, we can advise on the move, but we cannot advise on the Chinese legal system. I see the association more as a nice way to meet lawyers from another country and to get to know them, because personal relationship is so important to build trust, and without trust you cannot build a business together.
Do you think, like, by some activities that Swiss Chinese Law Association do can enhance the mutual communication and trust between Swiss and Chinese lawyers?
Yes, I'm sure. Between the members, it will. I mean, it's the essence of an association. You know, in Switzerland we have probably the highest density of association. It's a country of association, Switzerland. We believe in that. It's part of our culture, and it's a great opportunity to get to know Chinese lawyers through this association, of course.
The Swiss Chinese Legal Expert Communication Program, by which we are going to bring the top leading Chinese lawyers to Switzerland. So what do you think, like, these kind of activities can help to promote the mutual understanding? And they are also going to visit the Bonnard and Lawson.
Yes.
So what is your expectation?
Well, first of all, we are very happy to host them and to receive them in our firm and to show them who we are. Again, the most valuable in all those events is the personal relationship. Of course, we can organize many conferences and legal studies around some very difficult legal issues, but the most important is to get to know each other and to create ties between people.
In the November visit, what were the topic that Bonnard and Lawson would like to involve with the Chinese delegations?
Well, we can of course talk about law and explain the Swiss legal system and explain how a foreign company can come here, set up a headquarter, a holding company, and etc. and so on and so forth. Personally, what I would also like to stress is that I see our law firm and myself as a door opener in Switzerland. We are here, of course, to give legal advice. We can draft shareholders agreement, share purchase agreement, get you residence permit for the Chinese expats arriving here. But the most important, I think, is in China you have this notion of guanxi. Networking and trusting each other. We have actually exactly the same here in Switzerland, and that's definitely not a difference between our two cultures. On the contrary, it's very similar. And my clients, they benefit from my guanxi, if I may say so. At my age, after 25 years working in Switzerland and abroad, I can say I think that I have quite a good network and people I trust here in Switzerland. And most of the companies I'm advising are not counting on me only for legal advice. They're counting on me to find a good notary to set up the company, a good real estate agent to find the right place for their plant or the right office for their headquarters, and they're looking for the right school for their children, or to be able to meet with the authorities to discuss some strategic plans. That's what a law firm like ours, with our experience and background, can bring and offer to Chinese companies, but also to the Chinese law firm who would like to consider working here. We can, of course, introduce them to many different people. Welcome to join the Swiss Chinese Legal Association, and we are waiting for you here in Lausanne.